Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by former British middleweight champion Denzel Bentley. Hate to start on a sad note, but you know it's your official title from now on. Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. The title don't hit the same, but I'm good. I'm alright.
Well, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before there's other things we can put before your name. But let's go back to that fight to start on the worst possible note. But Felix Cash obviously didn't go your way. How did it hit you straight afterwards? How did you feel?
Felt a bit shit. I was down for a little bit, but I think more than anything, I wanted to just get straight back out and finish on not finish, but just be on a better note. So I just came back to the gym and hang around in the gym for a bit until I was able to start training, and then started training, and I've just been bothering Martin and Ray for dates ever since. So yeah.
A lot of fighters will say that aside from the sadness at losing an unbeaten record, it takes an element of pressure off as well because you haven't got that O to defend anymore. Have you felt any of the positive sides of it yet?
No, there ain't no positives to it apart from, there's just things I've learnt within myself to take on board outside of the gym, still within boxing, but just outside of the gym. But apart from that pressure from the O, I didn't really feel no pressure from my O because I wasn't milking my career off of my O, if that makes sense. My whole thing, I spoke to when I speak to you or any other interviewers, my whole thing was get me in the ring with anyone. Who's the best? I want the best. And I came up against someone that was very good and fell short. So that's my thing. I just want to go up against the best. And if I can beat the best, then happy days. But if I can't, then obviously I've got to take it on the chin and go again. So Felix done his thing. Can't take nothing away from him. But I just need to bounce back and continue my career and keep pushing and be where I want to be, which is at world level and be a world champion. So yeah.
What are the specific lessons learned from that defeat, either from the camp leading up to it or from the fight itself?
The fight itself, I can't really take nothing from it. It's 3 rounds, isn't it? There's things I felt like I could have done different in the fight and stuff. Whether I would have made a difference, we'll never know. But in my mind, it's I should have done this, I should have done that. Do you know what I mean? But just things during the camp. Outside the camp, not like anything was done wrong, but there was a few things that maybe could have done but just didn't because the things I do originally are working, so if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of mentality. So there's just a few things and I'll be working on that, so yeah.
Are these more kind of training based things or nutritional, lifestyle type stuff?
It's a bit of everything, a bit of everything, maybe a bit of recovery kind of stuff as well, but not to get too into it and bore everyone, but just extra things that I could do to help progress my training.
And presumably there are things, without going into detail, that you've changed since then in the build up for the next one.
Yeah, 100%. I've changed since then, and we'll see. Hopefully it makes a bigger difference or a little difference, as long as it makes a difference. But I feel like boxing wise, I'm there. I can box. I can fight. I got enough skill. It got me to a British level, but there's a few things I was missing, but not that I was trying to avoid doing on purpose. It's just a few things missing that I could, take from and add to my game and see where it can take me now that I've added these things. Because without it, I got to British level, so yeah.
It seemed like in the fight itself, Felix started very fast, and then it was hard for you to get back into the fight after that to make inroads. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. But we knew he was going to start fast. We said he's going to start fast or be on the ball, but he started a bit fast, and he caught me with a left hook that kind of knocked me off balance for a bit. And then from then it was oh shit, caught left hook, all right, get unbalanced. Okay, I'm back now. But it just changed the tempo of the fight, or changed my mindset in the fight. I'm down here, let's get back. And then ended up making a silly mistake and got caught, or he ended up doing what he set out to do. And I didn't make sure I stopped him doing his work, whatever it was. But he caught me, and nothing much I could do about it. The ref was doing his job, but I could say I was all right as much as I want. But the ref was doing his job, and I can't complain at the ref or complain at Felix. I just got to look at myself and see what I can change.
And are you keen to dive straight back in at a similar level, like top domestic/European level?
Yeah, you know me. I'm in the fight game. I'm not. Of course, we all want to make money and have make a better life out of this and make a better living. But I don't know. I'm not here to milk it. Be beat someone that's not worthy, and I'm talking about I'm the best in the division because I beat so and so. But he's done nothing. Do you know what I mean? I want to be the best by beating the best. That's me, and I feel like if I do it that way, if I can do it that way, which I believe I can make a better living for myself down the line. So when we get to bigger fights, you know, my resume speaks for itself. So, you know, I'll be in a position to create a better living for my family now, my future family, and for myself.
Any particular names in mind? I mean, I imagine Felix and the British will be tied up for a little while. He will likely go for the European next. Who would you like to see yourself back against?
I'm not in a position to say names right now. For me, I'm just trying to get back out. So whatever the team got for me, I'm ready and preparing for. But I don't think I'm in a position to, someone might say otherwise, but just for me, for myself, I think I've got to focus on myself for a little bit and get back out, you know, put out a statement my next fight, and just show people that I'm still here, that didn't take nothing out of me, I'm still here, and then, you know, move on to titles and move forward and, you know, get back to where I was.
And on that subject, why do you think you're struggling to get dates at the moment? I know a couple of your gym mates have got dates now, although they've been moved around, they have got confirmed outings. Yeah. Why are you struggling?
No, you know what happens once you do, you get pushed to the back. No, I'm joking. I think it's just...
That's the headline.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get me in trouble. But I think it's just a situation of Frank's got loads of fighters and he needs to get them all out. I was very fortunate to get out 4 times during the pandemic. So I can't complain about that. I can't complain at all. I'm just itching now because the last thing I've done was very bad. So I don't want to finish in that now. Every time I talk to someone, they revert back to the last thing I've done. So I want the next thing I do to be something good. So then that will be the last thing I've done. So when I do speak to someone, it's like, oh yeah, I'm back. Do you know what I mean? So that's just me just itching to get back out. But yeah, Frank's got a lot of fighters, you know, and he needs to get them out, and they need to, you know, accommodate to the rest of their stable. So can't complain about that. My gym mates ain't been out this year. So they've got their dates. I had my date. They've got their dates. I can't look at them and be like, oh, I wish I had a date. It's their turn now. Do you know what I mean? And apart from that, I just feel like even if I would have won that fight, I wouldn't be out so soon anyway. It's just because the fact that I lost, I want to, you know, just get straight back out, and I don't care what it is, just put it right, and then I'll be able to relax a bit.
So the overriding message is, anyone out there in or around 160 pounds, you're ready and you want to get back out as quick as possible? Yeah,
100%. I'm ready. I want to get back out as quick as possible. For one of these shows coming up, I can get on. I'll be ready for it. I've been in the gym. I ain't really been at the gym. Like some people, you know, have hard fights, will take a loss and they're at the gym for quite a while. I was, you know, a week off like I usually do, and I was straight back. So I've been in the gym, just getting ready, preparing, working on things, working on myself, in and outside the gym, and just ready to just move forward again, just get back to the position I was. Because, you know, I got to that point where I was headlining, do you know what I mean? So obviously you probably won't headline for my next fight, but I want to get back to that position, headliner for titles and just being a household name. So I'm working towards that.
And who have you been sparring in the interim period? Anyone in particular, anyone new that you haven't sparred before?
You know what, yeah, I haven't really been sparring, you know, just been working on a few things and a lot of pads and just, like I said, working on my boxing, working on myself. But I've started sparring in the last couple of weeks, and they've been guys I haven't sparred before, no names, but they might even be amateurs. I think one of them was definitely an amateur that's looking to turn pro, and the other one I sparred, I'm not really sure what he's done, but I think he was an amateur as well. So I ain't sparred anyone that's, you know, I ain't sparred any names, I should say, but I sparred some. They are good fighters. Just because they're not names, I don't mean they're good fighters. They're good amateurs, and yeah.
And have you started to see changes already? Some of the stuff that you were talking about implementing from training, have you started to see that in the sparring?
I guess so. I feel like I have, but at the same time, the level I'm at, like, say I'm a British level fighter and I'm sparring amateurs, I can't take too much from it, even though they are really good. Like, just from me being in the ring with them, I know that they're good. I can't take too much for it and be like, oh, yeah, at British level, I'll do this and that again. Do you know what I mean? I feel like some of the things I was working on, I was able to get it off.
Yeah.
But it's being able to get it off against a top level opponent. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So, but I guess that's where you practice stuff. Without being disrespectful, that's where you practice stuff, and then it becomes second nature, and then you keep going. So, you know, I said I'll be ready. You know, by the next day. Obviously, it won't be tomorrow or in 2 weeks, but the day I'll have, I'll be able to practice these things and keep working on it, and then be able to see if I can get it off in a fight in real time and everything's when the pressure's on and stuff. So
You obviously built your fan base quite rapidly during the pandemic. As you said, you were out 4 times. What's your message to the fans out there about where you want to be, and you're still there and you're still hungry?
Yeah, I'm definitely still hungry. They've been really supportive, like, my fans pre-COVID and, now post-COVID or whatever. Been very supportive. Through the wins, mad supportive. Through the loss, mad supportive. So there was a few negative comments, but the positive overrid it. Like, if there was 20 positive comments, there was 1 negative. But that's just the one that stands out, because it's like, who's this talking shit? Do you know what I mean? But
who was it?
I don't know them. But like, there was loads of positive messages, telling me that just things like, oh, don't worry, you'll be alright. Get back on it. You're a good fighter. Blah blah blah. That weren't the best of you and all that stuff. I was just more upset. Like, obviously, even if I lost, I'd still be upset. But I didn't get to show what I could do. If I could show a bit more and still lost, I'd still be upset. But it's a bit annoying now. You watch it, it's like 3 rounds, boom, bam, it's all done. But they've been very supportive, and I appreciate all the support, like I've stated. And I'm still hungry. I'm still very hungry. I'm still very on it. I'm not here to just milk the game. I'm here to actually try and be one of the best in the country. And I think I can still do that regardless of a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at, and I don't like comparing stuff, but you look at all the great fighters, and they took steps where they were in fights where, okay, I could possibly lose this, and maybe fell short and came back, because that's what being a champion is about. Like, they didn't just say, oh, not yet, we'll serve that and come back to it later. Like, they took the fights that, at the time made sense, but was risk. And some of them fell short and, came back stronger. So I'm looking to do that myself.
Brilliant. Well, really appreciate the time, as always, and can't wait to see you back in the ring.
No, thank you. I'll be back soon.